Hi and good morning. Welcome back and welcome aboard the new episode on PTGK's English expressions, inspirational cocktails, and add value to life. Of late, a lot of pot shots have been taken at the online teaching. Online teaching is the new normal, and there are a lot of funny memes doing the rounds on online teaching, quite funny ones. Recently, I happened to see one of them in which the student and the teacher are represented by a small pup and a big dog. The big dog keeps on barking in the process of, representatively, symbolically teaching, and the small pup is not bothered at all, not paying attention and looking askance and doing something else like scratching. So, this is quite a thought provoking one, having very current implications, and I thought I will share some random thoughts on this as fellow travelers in this affair of online teaching. Now, online teaching and homeschooling is here to stay. There is no doubt on that. But then, how do we engage and get the students' attention riveted, at least for some time, on the online classes? In the olden days, there used to be some warming up, all stand up, all sit down, etc. Now, these things are not in the vogue these days, and you cannot always see the students, like they are asked to mute the videos and always mute the audios. It's almost like speaking to a wall. So I was just recollecting some of the olden days, memories, going back to 45 years in my college days, when professors had to, teachers had to deal with large classes. They used to teach students numbering around 120 in a large classroom like auditoriums, and still managing the show, and with their professional ease, and then charisma and aura and whatnot, and their inimitable maverick styles. So we had illustrious professors like Mr. Babu Paul, who used to come to the class sometimes, and then he would take a decision. Today, no book. He will just put the book on the table. Then he'll say, let's discuss some expressions today, English expressions, because he was teaching English literature to us. So one of the expressions he taught us was to talk Billingsgate. To talk Billingsgate means to use abusive language. Billingsgate is the London fish market, where the one mathematics professor went early in the morning, and then he was no match to the abusive language indulged in by the vendors. And then finally, fed up, he came out telling them, "You bloody isosceles triangles." Then he explained another expression called the Bury dance ass, which I had dealt with in one of my earlier videos. So, another professor, Dr. N. Ramachandran Nair, used to speak without any break, continuously, and with such passion about Iago, character, a villainous character in Shakespeare's drama Othello, about Iago's motiveless malignity. Iago used to say, utter his own favorite dialogue, I will not wear my heart on my sleeves for doves to peck at. So, my point here is, why do we remember, why do we cherish these memories, and why do we retain these memories so sharply even after a period of 40 years or 45 years? So, this is the point I thought I'll get it across today. Of course, the situation is totally different. Now it's an online method of teaching wherein you don't have a physical class, you don't have a physical interaction with the students. But at the same time, imagine the number of students in those large classes where there used to be commotion, noise, and then they used to trade arrows and create hell. But in spite of those distractions, the teachers, the professors, the lecturers never compromised on their quality, never compromised on their commitment to teaching, never let down on their preparation for taking classes, and they willfully built up, or some of them had inborn, but of course you can always cultivate it also. Some of them cultivated a charisma to keep the students' attention riveted to the class. So nowadays, let's take one or two points wherein we can try to impress the students. I just quote from my personal experience. Once you want to establish a connect or a relating to the class, you have to update and polish your skill sets, and then you have to be a little humorous, but then it doesn't come all in one day. You have to do a lot of preparation. So certain practical tips which I found successful, I thought I will share with you. While teaching, of course, that was in a physical class, on a live class, I used to tell students about Arnold Schwarzenegger. So I used to ask them, did Arnold Schwarzenegger do the bodybuilding in one day, or just by a trick? Then the students said, no sir, not at all. Hard work, tremendous amount of hard work, training, years of training have gone into the making of such bodybuilding capability. So I used to tell them, apply that in your studying also. Similarly, examples from the movie field or the sports field, wherein they find an easy connect, like when for a good movie, how much of planning, preparation, work, backdoor work, behind the scene work has gone into the making of a good movie. So success is not an easy cup of tea. It involves hard work. So I will make them agree to this concept. And similarly, when you mention some fun facts about your own personal experience, that also I found it's clicking. Now here you have a totally different situation. Here you have an online platform. So your playing of such smart measures or smart steps has got a limitation. Then what do? We have to find something. One or two examples, I was mentioning about charisma. Now this charisma, once again, is some people have inborn charisma, some people cultivate charisma. So we, while working in Air India, we used to attend this management training center lectures given by experts in the field of aviation management and personality development and other grooming and etiquette, etc. So, one relevant example I remember here, one of the experts who spoke, an elderly gentleman, I forget his name, who spoke to us on motivation and engaging the audience. He told us something. When you speak to the audience or when you speak to the spectators or the audience or the onlookers, why should they take you serious? Why should they take what you are saying seriously? So, you should make a deliberate attempt to cultivate certain personality qualities, not only your content quality, but also your dressing style, your hairstyle, something extra you try to cultivate over a period of time, and then you will find that it clicks. Like, for example, a French beard, or a long sideburns, or long hair, or a professionally dressed up attire, like in full stole like thing tied up in the something. You may laugh at these things, but these things add your credibility factor. So you become an authoritative figure, a credible figure, wherein you whatever you say will be at least some people, will listen to this, and they will not give you a period of neglect, and they will try to remember these things in the mind. Now, what happened to the TV field? When TV field got stagnant, people opted for the OTT platform. So, similarly, now let's brainstorm. And then find out new ideas for getting used to this online teaching and making it as interesting as possible. So, with this note, goodbye. Aap Prashen Semain. See you next week. Or they say a semaine prochaine in French. Bye bye. See you next week. If you enjoyed this video, please do not forget to subscribe. Goodbye and welcome back next week with another interesting topic. Thank you very much.